Welcome back to the War Zone. I have here an Amazon, Target, thrift store, and a small bookshop haul for you that I have bought within the last couple weeks. As you can see here, I bought quite a lot, so let's get into it, shall we? So this one's obviously all about finding wonderful eggs and figuring out who made the eggs. Honestly, it's a great one for Easter time. However, I gave it to him before Easter, which is also perfectly fine. And then my kids recently picked up their first Elephant and Piggie book about a month ago, and I decided to take advantage of the sale to get a bunch more. They actually do sell this by the collection, but I find them semi-frequently in the thrift stores, so I'll probably try to hunt for them mostly there and try to save some money. So I got A Big Guy Took My Ball, I Will Surprise My Friend, the Thank You book, which is actually the last book in the series. I probably should have chosen a different one. Waiting is Not Easy. Let's Go for a Drive. My Friend is Sad. I'm a Frog. There is a bird on your head. Fun fact, out of all the books that I got from the sale, this one's my kid's favorite. Apparently they get a kick out of the fact that he's kind of scared of the bird here. And then finally, we got Pigs Make Me Sneeze. And as an allergy family, this book kind of hit home for me. And then the last book I got from the sale is The Duckling Gets a Cookie, which I decided to pick up because they like the Elephant and Piggie books. But they didn't really get super excited, even though it's a similar style as the Elephant and Piggie books to the other books, but that is okay. And then I got from the sale Frogget, which is a game by Smart Games. Fun fact, I am not sponsored by Smart Games. I've just recently loved their stuff, found their stuff. So this game is kind of like an old vintage video game you might have played about a frog who tried to cross the road. This one's about a frog trying to cross the lily pad. And the first one to get their frog across, all the frogs across the lily pad wins. Turned out to get eaten by little Mr. Gray Fish here. And you can also kind of block other players from getting across. And then we got the Three Little Pigs Deluxe Edition. Now these are games that I would highly, highly recommend. They're single player. They're just basically puzzles disguised as board games. They come with a book, which is wordless, so my kid can just kind of flip through, which indirectly tell the story of the Three Little Pigs in a kind of slightly new version. And then, in the end, the pigs escape and they throw him into the river, which you'll find out why that's important later in this video. And then it comes with one of these, which has the either pig or with wolf challenge instructions, where your job is to get the pigs either in a house if you're playing with the wolf, or if you're not playing with the wolf, to just get the house to surround them. And it is quite fun, a little bit challenging, especially since I quite appreciate them, since my son kind of hates puzzles, but he loves board games, so loves to sit down and play these. And then the last one we got is Jack and the Beanstalk. Now, Jack and the Beanstalk, to be fair, is not as exciting as the Three Little Pigs. Now, like the Three Little Pigs, it still comes with your wordless book about Jack and the Beanstalk and your challenge, except your challenge isn't truly, it's kind of logical, but not as much, I feel like. Because once you get the hang of it, it's kind of all pretty much the same. You're just matching the picture as if, like most puzzles are. The only thing that makes it kind of challenging here is you get this little rod, you get these little plastic pieces, and you grab the plastic pieces, and you set them down, and kind of hope they come down the way you want. Say I want the golden egg here, kind of might have to flip it backwards or something, I want it next. And there you go, there's my golden egg. And then once you win, you can be like, look, I won. So you put on your wonderful cloud that does not want to go. It's upside down. Your cloud, your castle, and then hope it matches the picture. And that is that game. I would recommend the other ones more than this. Because this one, I don't know. It was okay, but it's not as great in my opinion. And then I also got this from Amazon as well. This is Oh, the Lavas That Flow. It was not buying the sale. I actually had this one pre-ordered. It's the newest one in the series. My son caught me one day looking at these online and saw this one. He's like, I want that one really bad. And he did, in fact, when we finally got it, really loves it. It's about volcanoes here, which talks about the different types. Like I said, I really love these books. I even learned things from these books. I think they're fantastic. I find my kid will probably grow with them. I don't think they're that dry for those who think they are dry. And they give lots of facts about different types of volcanoes. I've actually been making volcanoes in our sandbox recently, and my son's been trying to name what type of volcano thanks to this book he has built, so I highly appreciate it. Alright, next we're going to go with the things I got from local bookstores. I'm trying to space out where I buy things. I know Amazon and places like Target can generally be cheaper, especially when they have a sale. Once in a while, I just feel good about buying a book from a local bookstore. So we got If You Plant a Seed. This is one my youngest son chose out. It's about what happens if you plant a seed. With love and care, it grows into a wonderful plant. And then, it gets a little bit more metaphorical, like if you plant a seed of selfishness, it will grow into horribleness. But if you plant a seed of kindness, good things will follow and you'll be happy. So if you don't have this one, it might be a great one to add to your spring morning basket. And then the one my other son chose is You Are Ready, The World Is Waiting by Eric Carle. Now my son probably chose this out of the bookstore because he loves Eric Carle. And I'm sure that's why he chose it out. But this is only just basically a motivation book. So if your son really likes books that basically just make him or her feel fantastic about themselves, like saying all the wonderful things, kind of like an extended greeting card, they'll probably like this. But I'm not a huge fan of extended greeting card books, but it's okay. And then I got 2 more smart games because after getting the Three Little Pig game and realizing how much my son loved it and could play it and how much I feel like he was getting from it, I went ahead and picked up Squirrels Go Nuts. This one's a little bit different. This one's also for older. And this one is pretty much, the book isn't as fancy, it's just a pamphlet, but it is a cheaper game. But you get the challenges, and your goal is to get your squirrels to get all their nuts into the holes, and when you do, you win. So, I also gave you a fun fact. I think they gave you an extra nut on the off chance you lose one, so I appreciate that. And then finally, last but not least, from the local bookstore, we got the Little Red Hiding Hood book, the game, which, like the Little Pigs, comes with the challenge booklet and, of course, the story, which, fun fact, if you were paying attention earlier, the wolf comes out of the barrel the pigs had just thrown in the water. Look at that. And then in the end, of course, they get rescued, and he goes back into the barrel. So I gotta see if any of the other games have him continuing, but I can't think of any that would. But anyway, this game a little harder than the Three Little Pigs game. Not dramatically, but in this game, your goal is to line it up so that the people can get into the house. Yeah, by either using Little Red and the Three Little Wolf into the house. Not lining them up there, that doesn't work, but into the house like that. So it's super fun. Highly recommend these smart games. Once again, I'm not sponsored. I don't have enough subscribers or people for that yet. But, if they want to subscribe, that's okay. Alright. And then finally, I got a couple thrift books. I actually got a bunch more, but I can't figure out where I put them. But either way, so this coming in probably all at a whopping $1 spent at my thrift store. We got Don't Let the Pigeon Drive the Bus, which my kids apparently way prefer than the Duckling Gets a Cookie book. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that the pigeon wants to drive a semi-truck and a bus, and I have boys who are traditional and love cars, so that was a hit for them. We got a Ball for Daisy, which this one is in very good condition. They just ripped off the Cattle Cut sticker for some reason. But either way, it's just a wordless picture book about how a dog goes to the park and another dog bites his ball and breaks it. And he becomes a sad little puppy. Which both my son tend to love wordless books. So I have trying to get a nice big basket of them, especially as we're trying to get encouraging reading skills. And then finally, our last two books are both Shine a Light books. This is The Secrets of the Rainforest, which is a newsborn book. I'm sure, especially if you're a homeschooler, probably are familiar with. But I'm going to point out one thing about these books that I currently really hate. So I'm reading them to my son because my son's not reading by himself yet. And I got to hold them up in such a way where I'm having to like hold like this while holding it so I can read it. And I don't know. I just feel like it's a hassle so you can shine this flashlight through. So I don't know. I'm excited about it. But anyway, they're both still good. So we got The Secrets of the Rainforest. And then last but not least, Secrets of the Seashore. And that is all the books I got in the last couple days. Like I said, those are the ones, those first books I can't remember where I put. But either way, in the future I'll be doing a lot more hauls. So please like, subscribe, and comment and share.